Whoop, whoop. As a son of the police. Whoop, whoop.
Hello everyone, may I have your attention please? Hello! Can you whistle? I got it. Hey everyone, first I want to say welcome to the porch. That's right. So this is my brother Ricky and his fabulous wife Jeanette's place.
Yeah, Ricky.
So first of all, thank you guys, your ultimate host. But I want to first tell you that this is where friends and family gather. This is where a lot of things happen. So if this is your first time to the porch, you'll be back. You'll be back. So there's just a lot of great things to say about this place, but what you're going to have tonight is an amazing supper. Look, my dad has fished this lake for his entire life. He gave that gift to my brother. My brother fishes this lake. My cousin David. We all fish this lake. This is where they love to be, and this is our pride is how we give back to everybody. Everybody that comes in our path is how we give back. So we're so happy to give back to y'all tonight because this is about Kim Drayton.
Yeah.
So Kimberly and Drayton, cheers to you. Cheers to you. There's lots more great times to come out here. You know, we've had, I mean, you could be out here in your flip-flops and your swimsuit or, you know, in your pajamas. But tonight, this is our special formal night for you guys. So I want to tell you about the menu. We have first fresh fried fish caught out of this lake, so none other from the stores. Fries, corn poppers, fried okra. There is a salad, but also there's two coleslaws Bubba made, one with and one without peanuts. So we definitely want you to feast and have a great time. Relax. Yeah, we got some baked beans. So make yourself at home. Continue down to the bar. You guys have whatever drinks you might want to have. And it's about a great time. We want to give it back to you. So if there's one thing that my family taught me to do, is to not take, but to give. Tonight's about giving. So, and all you guys, I mean, you bridesmaids and groomsmen, you have been wonderful people to Kimberly and Drayton. You guys are all very, very special to them, or you wouldn't be on the porch. So, we have food ready. I'm going to ask Delton to bless the food, and then we're going to carry on with another great time.
Our dear gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for this evening, Lord. We thank you for this weekend. We ask that you will continue to watch over each and every one of us on a daily basis. And thank you for instilling the love that Drayton and Kim have for you, Lord. We ask that you bless this food to nourish our bodies tonight. We hope and we thank you for watching over all the ones that traveled to be at this event this weekend, Lord. And we ask all this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you.
I gotta get a better hose. I had my sunglasses on
So
earlier.
go ahead and fix your plates. If you're not ready to eat, that's fine. It's open seating. The only reserved seating is Kimberly and Drayton. As the night goes, it's open mic. So we want you to come up and as everybody's eating, come up and take your turn and share the mic. Give us a little bit about your relationship with Drayton and Kim.
Hey, word up! I give a food, homie!
Oh, it's on.
Oh, it's the GoPro.
Oh, yeah.
Is it recording?
I don't know.
I think it is.
I think that was straight and did like
Oh, am I supposed to read it? I don't know about that. Yeah, we make yeah, you didn't even go. I couldn't make it. Weekends are hard. I'm sorry. Wow! It's gonna be on camera, Emily.
If that catches it, you gotta send it to me.
Oh, it got it.
No,
In
like,
4K.
No, do you think it could hear me?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, that was just like, the camera was on the whole time. I don't know how many times I was back. That's okay. Oh, baby. Holy sorry.
Dang.
Not good?
I don't like cowboys. I don't like fish that they They gave us 6 lectures, which is like absolutely nothing.
What is it, trout?
But they still like 99.
That's all they have over here?
For this many people.
Is this man-made?
The lake's man-made?
Yeah.
It's all alive, bro.
There's only...
all alive. No, it ain't. It's all alive. Do you see it?
Hey, say hi to the bong. Hey, bong.
In Texas, there's only two natural bodies of water.
In Texas?
In Texas, there's only 2 natural bodies of water.
All those lakes around Dallas are fake?
Yeah.
There's one that's real. That's one of them. I don't know.
What's the other one?
I don't know. I think there's one that's like in Big Bend.
It's not Lake San Raven?
Like, it's a scary thought.
Maybe that is one.
You think I have boogers?
San Raven.
Or cadaver stuff.
So if we were to like, oh, that's Texas. Okay.
Our cadavers.
Like, that's Trace Reese over there is Texas.
That's like right out of the street.
Okay.
How you get over there?
She's still independent for like 24 hours.
It's gonna depend on some things. I May 26th and start July 17th, so I have June off. But I'll have to go visit.
Dude, where are you from?
I might just be doing a shadowing program.
Where are you gonna go after that?
So most likely I'll be most
That's recording right now. Hey, here's my boy Riley Randay, #1 pilot in America. Hey, flying FedEx soon. Next year he's gonna be flying 747s in the air. Hey, next thing you know, he may be my helicopter pilot. Personal. That was a big ass helicopter. Dude, that is a big ass helicopter. 18 people up in there. No, it's a Savarsky. It's Russian.
What's the things on the side?
There's like big. Oh, it has a name, dude. It's like big. It has a weird spittoon. I gotta look it up. No, so if the thing lands in the water, go sit on that thing and you press a button on the side and they inflate and it makes a life raft. A life raft.
Yeah, fuck your place.
And they help them float when they hit the water.
See, I am right. Ha, yeah.
It has a name, dude.
So helicopters, I can fly. Helicopters, I can fly.
S-92 Splatoon. It'll come out, dude. I'm gonna show you. No, it's something to help it float. Yeah, hey. Also,
Is this recording?
Yes.
It is? Yeah. I've been thinking that because it's been blinking red.
I actually sold my phone.
How much did you sell it for?
Not a lot.
Test. Can I get everybody's attention, please? First off, I hope everybody's enjoying their food, and I really want to thank our cooks, Mr. Randy, Mr. Kermit, and the OG chef, Mr. Bubba, and Mr. Troy. I hope everybody's enjoying their food, and I just want to thank everybody for coming out. It's a true blessing that our families get to commingle together and get along great. It's amazing to me. It's God all in our family, and I love it. And I really want to thank Drayden and Kim for just introducing themselves to me. And that's just a blessing to me. I love Kim for Drayden. And this is a little open mic session. I'm going to open up for you guys. So if anybody wants to come to the mic, you are more than welcome. And again, I thank everybody for coming out. This is such a blessing to be out here where I grew up, where we are together today. And I thank y'all very much.
Hello. Hello. Hi. I'm Chelsea Juno. I am Kimberly's oldest sister. I have some bullet points here, so I'll just pull it up. So I want to thank the Richey and Cunningham families for having us. I really appreciate it. Everything has been delicious. And we appreciate you all so much. So thank y'all. So I guess I would like to, give everyone a brief rundown of our family. So I am.
Okay, now
Why can
sit
I
down.
No deep dark secrets. I'll keep those to myself. So I'm the oldest of 4 siblings. So 33, or I'll be 33 at the end of this month. And so Kimberly and I have about a 10-year age gap between us. So, and then Tyler and Connor are in between Kimberly and I. So I will say that. Stop yapping.
Continue.
So, anyways, so. You threw me off, Mom. I have bullet points. I know that. Okay, so anyways, 10-year age gap. So I will say that Kimberly and I, we were basically in 2 different lifetimes. So when I was in college, like she was just cracking like middle school, and so it wasn't until later that we truly became friends outside of sisters. And she's truly one of my best friends, and the best aunt in the world to my children. I have Lincoln, who's 3, and then an 8-month-old son. So the child running around insane, that's mine. But, so I will say, so I got married in 2016, and that year, Kimberly was my maid of honor, and that year our family was affected by the 2016 flood that I'm sure some of y'all are pretty familiar with. But long story short, my dad had called me like, hey, you come grab Kimberly and get her out of Denham because we're gonna flood. And I was like, all right. So I have our dogs in the car. I got Kimberly, we're leaving, and get out of Denham, and we get stuck on the interstate in like these huge pockets of water, right? We're stuck between them, and we can't get through. So we're surrounded by strangers that are not local. We're surrounded by water, strangers. It was literal chaos. And in that moment, I was like, I'm so thankful that I'm here with my sister, because it was crazy, and I was so grateful that I had like a rock there with me, and in the worst of situations, it was the best person that could have been there supporting me. So we realized, hey, we have to get out of here. Like I was like, we're not sleeping on the interstate. Like that's not happening. Like, I've got my dogs. Like I'm not dealing with this. So I did what any big sis would do, and I stuck my child sister in the middle of the interstate, and I said, you need to wave down the truck. You need to find a person to get us home, because help me. And so long story short, we caught a ride home from a stranger, a godsend, who ended up being like a family member of a family that I've known my entire life, grew up playing tennis with them, and was a neighbor, and it was truly like a God thing. And that being said, like I think that may have been the turning point in because you were 16, I was 26. Like that was kind of the moment that I was like, this is my rock. Like this is my girl. Like this is my sister. And that was a really special moment. And I think that's that moment. I think it speaks for Kimberly in general. Like she's amazing. An amazing friend, an amazing sister, an amazing aunt to my kids. Just precious to me, and I'm so grateful that she was there in that moment, and she is the softness like to my sourness. I'm not a very emotional person. I could be a little bit an Aries. I can be a little bit aggressive, and she is not that, and so I think I am truly so grateful that like she is my sister, you know, and then we meet Drayden, and I mean that in the best way, of course. Except y'all have me swag surfing tomorrow. What even? Like, y'all know I don't know how to do that. Like what? But you know, we meet Drayden, and he is wonderful and has a wonderful family, and I'm just so appreciative and thankful of all of y'all that we have gotten to meet, and it's so special to me, and I literally I pray every day that I'm so appreciative of the things that I have and the people that I have in my life, and that's my family and Drayden's family, and again, like I'm overwhelmed with gratitude. My bullet points timed out on me. But anyway, so and through this wedding process, I getting to know Kimberly's friends on the bachelorette party, and some of the adventures that we have together, like popping a tire on the way to the bachelorette party. It was insane. Like we ended up at like some tackle bait and tire shop. Like the combo. It delayed us for like 3 hours. Yeah, no. I mean, if I was in the market for fishing poles, that would have been the spot. But it was not ideal. But you know, seeing the love that their friends and families have for them is so special, and it speaks to something that I already know, right? Like it's that I've always known how wonderful Kimberly is, and how wonderful the partner that she found is, and this is an insane amount of people to be at one person's wedding, right? This is such a testament to y'all as a couple, and to what y'all bring to people's lives, right? I mean, it's amazing, and mine wasn't this big, so. But and Drayden, specifically to you, it is so special to me. My kids love you. Like Lincoln asked for Uncle Drayden. I mean, more than she asked for me. I mean, maybe not, but like, you know, it's so sweet to like. Lincoln's like, oh, Uncle Drayden's getting married. You know, it's precious, right? And you're so great with her. And I know Michael's just a little Michelin man. Like he's only 8 months. He's you know, he doesn't know any better. But my kids love you, and I'm so happy to welcome you into our family. You're my only brother-in-law on my side, and that's something like that's really special to me. A lot of things are special to me tonight, apparently, but you know, that is something that I don't take for granted, and I'm so happy to welcome you to our family. But again, I love y'all so much. All of you, like I'm so happy. I don't know a lot of you, but I'm so grateful that you're here. You know, this is a wonderful time. So again, thank y'all for the delicious food, and I appreciate you all. And if you have a drink, let's raise a toast to Kimberly and Drayden, because this is a special weekend. So again, it's special. Everything is special this tonight. So, all right, Kimberly and Drayden, love y'all. Thank you so much. Is there a button? Ah. I have a story. I have bullet points, but I'm going to highlight on a few things. You don't know, I am Drake. I'm Aunt Jill. And thank you, first, thank you, Bubba and Jeanette. I'm my brother and his wife, Bubba and Jeanette, and everybody behind me. Yes, great, thank you. So when Jeannie said, hey, we're going to pass the mic and you're going to say something, I'm like, oh, geez, I got to practice. I'm not a really good impromptu type speaker. So the first thing I thought about, without writing anything down, was, oh, Drayden. The kindest soul you'll ever meet. Drayden is just too kind. But sometime back, somebody, for something he was involved in, said, give me one word that would describe Drayden.
Crazy.
Honorable. My word for Drayden was then and years ago, it still is today, is honorable.
So I thought, if I'm going to speak so proudly of Drayden and how much I love him and how honorable he is to everybody he meets and everywhere he goes, what would be my one word for Kim? Can we raise the roof when I say glorified? That girl is glorified. Woo, she is. So like the first time before my boyfriend Troy met Kim, I'm like, this is her on Facebook, you know, the Facebook. I'm like, this is Kim. He said, oh, that's full of Jesus right there. So you are the perfect couple. Like to me, if you think about someone who's so honorable and people who are so glorified, you wear your spirit in your face, everywhere you go. You smile beautifully, you love endlessly. There's nothing about you that anybody would dislike, you know. So yeah, I got a whole bunch of stuff to say, but Google honorable and glorified. What would Jesus say about honorable and glorified together? You might be surprised what you come up with. I could read it to you, but I won't because I'm a little nervous. So, okay, I love y'all. Thank you.
Hello. I do not have any bullet points. I don't even have like a script or anything. I'm just gonna go off the seat of my pants. So I guess it goes back to Moss Bluff because Drayden is besties with my twin brother. Still don't know. And I remember like growing up randomly in high school and stuff. Drayden would take off the boat, and Tom didn't want me to go on it because it's all of his little friends. But me and my friend Abby Cudd, who were also friends with them, we wanted to go on the boat. So Tom would go out there and be like, "Oh, Drayden's coming." He would run so fast to the dock, and I'd be like, "Ooh," and he's like, "Hey, you're not coming today." And I'm like, "Yeah, I am." So we would get on the boat with all the boys, and we would go to Drayden's aunt's house, and it was so fun, and that was just an amazing time. But then we graduated, went to LSU, and I remember the first semester, Drayden didn't really like LSU, and I was like, "You need to come to VCM, you know, it's very fun." Me and my roommate were going at the time, and he met Anna there, and he was in a community group, and that was amazing, and they became friends. But then that's when he joined Bucks, was the next semester, and then that's when he just like took off, and he loved like his life, and he just loved college, and it was just happy to see because, you know, LSU was a fun time. You don't want to transfer back to McNeese, no offense. But yeah, and then I was friends with Kim just off the bat freshman year, and then she was my best friend throughout the whole of college, and I didn't even picture them together. And then when that happened, I don't even know when that was, junior year? Yeah, junior year, and we were going on Bucks events. I don't know. It was junior year of college. They were friends, like kind of close. You good? I got you. I know what you meant. Yeah, I know what you meant. And I don't know when it happened, but we were going to like Bucks events. We went to like a ton of those things. And I remember Kim had found out, I don't know how it happened, I really don't. Y'all gonna have to ask Kim. But she had found out, she was like, I don't know, I think Drayden might like me. And I'm like, whoa, I did not see that coming. I'm like, that was just two I did not put together. But like, it was great. Like, I was like, wait, well, I've never thought of this. Like, I've known Drayden forever, Kim's my bestie, this makes sense. And then the really cute thing I always think about, I think they were like officially boyfriend, girlfriend, I don't know, it's very early on, they go on a couple dates. And she came back to my house, and I was just sitting on the couch, and she like walked in, and she was like, is it supposed to be like easy? And I was like, yeah, I think it is. And so like right then, I just had such a good like feeling about it, and I was like, this is like all God, and it's just amazing. And I remember like Kim would randomly say stuff about like the boy she dated, and she's like, the one I take seriously, like, you know, like it's that, like that's from the Lord. And the fact that it was Drayden, for me, I'm just like, that's so cool, because it's only something that God could have done. So, yeah.
You're live.
What's up, what's up?
You know she's not gonna let you speak.
I know.
He's gonna start I'm gonna in between.
Yeah. All right, so we're the Fletchers.
No, okay. So I don't know why, but this weekend, I'm thinking of this one story about Drayden. He wasn't even really a part of it, but it just like reminds me of this weekend. And me and Garrett were just, I don't know, doing whatever, playing video games and just, talking about nothing. We're like, Drayden, that dude, I don't think he's ever gonna get married. And it was just like, Drayden is just so unique. And then along came Kim, and it was just like, okay, we were so dumb. Of course, like, Kim just like comes in and just kind of lets Drayden be Drayden, but also sets him straight too. And so exactly what Drayden needed, and it's just been really cool to see that and see y'all fit, perfectly together. And gosh, I was just thinking, we've just been so excited for this weekend and just being able to celebrate you. And honestly, like, we've had weddings kind of recently, and we're like, this is like not going to be that great. Like, I don't like really care. And I'm being so honest right now, but it's like this weekend, it's like Drayden and Kim have been the best friends and loving to everyone in this room. And so everyone in this room is just like, I hope you're with Emily and I, where it's like, I'm so ready to celebrate them because they have loved me so extremely well. And like, I can't even begin to like repay like 50% of that. And so, here you go.
I'm a little bit going off of what he said, but I think one thing that's been cool is we met Drayden before we met Kim, and kind of had similar feelings as you did of just like, he's so goofy, he's so crazy, he's in his own world. Like, it would just take a really sweet but awesome and special girl to like fit into that. And so met Kim at a date party, and right off the bat was like, okay, she's so great, I'm so intimidated by her, like, she's making me insecure, she's so wonderful. And then she stuck around, and they have been able to, like, obviously we're now here. And so I think one thing that's really sweet is just exactly what Matthew said of there's something really special about being a part of a wedding that you're so excited about. And I texted Kim this morning, and I was like, I'm literally crying being so excited, and we haven't even left yet. And just like the friends that they've surrounded themselves with, and just the fact that like Kim met one of my bridesmaids on my bachelorette trip, and now Emily is one of her bridesmaids. And that was like a year and a half ago. And that's really sweet. And I think that speaks to Kim's character of just, she wasn't in my bridal party, and like would have been if I had met her a month later, but like just her coming on this trip, and I was like confident that everyone would love her because her character is so solid, and just her love for the Lord and just her welcoming spirit and kindness is just so infectious. And so knowing that she would come in and fit right in, and then literally meet Emily, and now Emily's here, and so it's just so full circle. And more than anything, it's not a reflection of any of us, it's a reflection of them, and just that everyone that's surrounding them is so special. Like, that's very unique, and that I can look at each of the bridesmaids, and before they even told me how they know Kim, I know how they know Kim. And that's just really sweet, because it's not something that's foreign. These are people that do life with her, that know her well, and that are incredible. And so it's just a really big blessing for us to know confidently that like we will do life with them for the rest of our lives. And it's not going to change. It's not going to ebb and flow, and they will be friends that stick around through the hard times, that will love our kids, that will come pick them up at 3 a.m. if we need them to. And being 24 years old, like, that's something really special to say, and it's not something that we say lightly. And so it's been such a blessing. And again, all because of them, all because of the Lord and His faithfulness, and nothing of us. And so we're just really honored to be here, and really, it's just been such a special weekend, and we're so excited for what's to come. So we love y'all.
Cheers to Drayden and Kim.
You want this?
Might do a little wraparound.
Do a wraparound.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do a wraparound. It's back to me.
This is amazing. I'm so happy. It's such a blessing. And I mean, it feels like 2 weeks ago, me, Grant, Drayden, Bailey, we're all riding on a golf cart on an easy go, going about 40 down a hill. So You don't know how it's gonna end up at the bottom, but anyway. I'm so happy for Drayden and Kim, and again, I'm so happy that our families get together so long, greatly. It's amazing to me. It's amazing to see how we've grown up here and how my brothers groomed me into a man in a way. And he's in his best form of a man, and it impresses me how much he worships. And that is one thing that is just beyond amazing with him. He stays in his word, and that is just such an encouragement for me to get into the word, because when I'm not, and he is all the time, it's just a tap on the butt, really, to push me to do better. And that's what I push on to him, and he drives me to do. And he's going to be a great man for Kim, and I love that for them. So all my personal friends and family that are so supportive of me and so supportive of him and his fiance and new wife, I'm so happy for them. And I just couldn't thank you guys enough for all the support. I love you guys. Every one of you.
Grant.
All right, hello everybody. Is it on?
Yeah, there it is. There we go. So I think the first thing I want to say is, after seeing the venue tonight, everybody give yourselves a pat on the back. We made the cut. We made the cut. Yeah. That's pretty good. Pretty good for us. Am I right? So yeah. I was driving up this evening from New Orleans, and I saw, Caesar's Palace just took over the Superdome, and I saw Caesar's Palace this, DraftKings that, all this like sports betting stuff, and I thought, I reflected on some things that I could bet on, some things that I could really count on. And so I just want to share a couple things that really I can count on in my life. So the first thing, where's Dawson at? The first thing is I can count that Dawson will always have a good haircut. I mean, look at that. It looks really good. It looks really good. One of the other things is Cole Conrad. I can always count and bet. We can take bets right now on how many cups Cole Conrad will need for a gallon daiquiri. The answer is 0. Give him a straw. Give him a straw. Next, I can always count on how many legs Alex Klein has. It's just one. He's only got one leg. Next, man, I can always count. This one's super reliable. I can always count on how many times Fletch and Garrett have treated themselves to Amart. Everybody give it up for Amart, baby. Give it up. Yes. I can count on how many times Jacob Rhodes has his mattress stolen and gets super pissed at us. I can count on how many girlfriends Robert has. Ladies, he's single. It's 0. I can count on how many grants you can fit into a wedding without making it confusing. I think it's 3. Is it 3? Yeah, it's 3. 2? Is it 2? Katie Hall says 2. Yeah. One of us has to go. I can, if I wasn't going to be a priest, I could count on how many of Riley's sisters I can marry. I can probably count this weekend on Kim crying, but even more so, I can probably count on Drayden crying even more. But more so and more seriously, I can always count on Drayden to be there for me. I guess this was a couple months ago. This time last year, I was training for a marathon. I was completely unprepared. I had like my booty shorts, my butt cheeks were like hanging out. It was like 30 degrees. It was like 30 degrees and raining. And I got about 2/3 of the way through, and I couldn't make it. I failed completely. And it hurt really bad because I told all these people, like, oh, I was so excited I was going to be in a marathon. I told, my mom and dad, all my family, and then I had to tell them, like, I didn't finish, and that sucked. And I was, on top of that, I mean, running that long, my body was just dead. And the first person to come knocking on my door, as soon as he found out, was Drayden. And I told him, he texted me where they were going to meet me, because they were going to come watch me finish, along with Alex and Mallory. And they, I tell them I couldn't finish, so I was at home, and Drayden came knocking, and we did what Drayden knew how to do best, which was watch YouTube. And that was a time where there's a lot of things and a lot of sentiments that we shared just with him graduating and things like that. But that was one time that stuck out to me, that he was there when I needed him the most. I needed somebody because I had failed and I was kind of by myself. And now I get to kind of pass that reception of that to Kim, because that's his person now, and that's going to be the woman that he shares that with. And so it's sad for me to not have that, but it brings me no more joy in the world than to see you give that to Kim Dre. So I love you guys both, and I'm very excited to celebrate you guys. So cheers to the Richeys.
Well, I don't know if I could top that. Keep it short and sweet. A lot of my core memories are with Drayden and Dawson. Learned how to water ski with them. Learned a lot of things with them. But in a few words, if I could summarize Drayden, it would be honorable, brave, very brave. I'm his older cousin, but I've always looked up to him. So,
too brave.
Yeah, sometimes maybe a little too brave, but I always felt safe whenever I was with him. And that's all I'm going to say. Oh, one more thing. Kim and Drayden, I don't think that God could have put a better couple together. I think that y'all are heaven sent, and I'm so happy that y'all are together.
Hi, I'm Gracie. I'm Drayden's cousin. I'm his sister. I was the only girl. Okay, I can't look at Drayden because I'm gonna cry. But I was the only girl growing up with 3 boys. And Drayden always made sure that I was included. And this is gonna be very short because I'm crying a lot sooner than I thought I would. But Drayden, I love you. Kim, I remember when I met you at that Bucks event. I was always the go-to date when one of Drayden's friends didn't have a date for something. So, Kim, I remember when I met you. It was that game night event, whatever it was called. I still have the t-shirt, it's great. And I just didn't have any questions about it. It just made sense to me when I met you. And you're beautiful inside and out. And I cannot imagine a better girl to add to the family. I'm so glad we finally have you. And I'm very happy for the both of you and Drayden. I love you so much. And I remember vividly whenever those 2 were bullying me, Grant and Dawson. And and you didn't care, and you made sure that they included me, even if it made them mad. And to this day, I appreciate that. And I love you so much. And that is all.
Yeah, Ricky! OC!
All right, so first of all, thank you all for being here tonight. This is just incredible for me. I love this place. I love this environment. I love everything about it. I am here every second that I can be here. And I couldn't love it anymore. So, Drayden, thank you for creating this. Because you did this. This is your creation. Right, Jeannie, thank you for doing all of this today.
Yeah.
It's a ton of work. So I think I'm the oldest person that's gotten up here tonight to say anything. Wait a minute. Who? Oh, I'm sorry. I must have been inside. My bad. So I don't think anybody's like giving any like marital advice, right? Tonight. So what are we? 24, 5-ish years
26
in.
next month.
Okay, 26. We're for rounding. So, Drayden, everybody here, a lot of people here know I kind of like to fish a little bit. Right? So, when you're out there on the lake, Drayden, and you're fishing, and you've got that fish on, and man, it feels like a really good one, right? It feels like this, oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him in. And so, what else is important at that point in your life? Is there anything else you're thinking about? No. You just want to land that fish, right? Absolutely. You just want to get that fish in the boat and put him in your hand and go, oh yeah, this is a giant. This is like, get the scale out. We're gonna weigh this sucker, man. We're taking him to the scales. It's a replica, right? Yeah. So what? There's nothing else that's important. There's nothing else that's important at that moment in your life. That's it. There's nothing else that's important. So you can look at a lot of points in your life and say, you know, right now, this is what's important to me. This right now. So win. You want to win, right? You want to win that, whatever it is, that tournament, that thing you're doing. You want to get that job. You just want to win, right? So what is win? It's what's important now, right? So whatever it is, right? So when, as a single person, what's important right now is whatever is important to you right now.
Get that wedding.
What's important on Sunday is different than what's important today, right? So when Kim's got that lunker on the line, right? She's not thinking about you, right? She's thinking about landing that fish. She wants it in the boat. She's focused 100% on what's going on right now with this fish that's connected to the end of my rod. There's nothing else that matters right there at this 10 seconds. That is what's important now, right? The best thing that you can do, and Kim vice versa, is get the net for Kim, right? Because that's what's important, not for you, but that's what's important for Kim right now. So when Kim has this big thing on the line that she really cares about, it's not really what's important to you. You may not care about it at all, but it's what's important to her. So you have to get up and get the net and give her a hand, right? And Kim, the same thing, okay? Drayden's got that lunker on the line. He needs to land it. Get the net for him, right? Win. So what's important now?
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Woo! Oh, yeah. Thank you all for coming out tonight. Appreciate it.
Oh, look, there you go.
I like that.
Y'all sitting far away for this one. It's been a wild 2 weeks at work for me, because whenever I take a weekend off, I'm a youth minister, so taking Sundays off is a big deal, right? I'm the only one on staff for our high school, so taking a Sunday off is a big deal. So whenever I go out of town, everybody knows. Like, everybody knows. And I've been telling people that I've been going to a wedding. And the nice thing about my coworkers is I can tell them, yeah, I'm going to Drayden's wedding. Because they know my friends by first name, because that's just how I refer to them. Just by the stories. And I think with Drayden especially, he's very unique because his name is not known anywhere. I've never met another Drayden. And not just for his character. I've never met anybody else like Drayden, but I've never met another Drayden. And I've been building it up that I'm going to Drayden's wedding. And the best and most common comment I've gotten is, "Are you gonna cry?" Well, the answer to that is, if you're a betting man, Grant. Let me just tell you what Vegas is telling me, all right? There's a good chance I'm going to cry, but I would always respond with, well, I feel like I'm marrying my little brother tonight. Not like me marrying him. I need to rephrase that, don't I? I got away with words, people. I got away with words. But I really, like, the sentiment is there in the sense of, since I've known Drayden, I've seen him grow so much. From, like Fletch said, sitting in the house just shooting shit with the speaking, and just being like, there's no way that Drayden's gonna find a wife, because it would take somebody absolutely crazy to marry him. And God probably looked down on that conversation and said, you've been wrong before, but you're gonna be wrong again. But the best part is he got the best person for it. And I think I look back on this just plan that God has had for my life, and just seeing these two get married, it's forced me to reflect. And who else? Right? Raised in Atlanta, born in Atlanta, or born in Richmond, raised in Atlanta. Why do I go to Tennessee, or why did I go to LSU is the number one question I get. And the answer always is God just had a plan. Why do I know Drayden Richey? God just had a plan. And I look, okay. God just had a plan, right? But realistically, like, I just look back on my life and I just think about God's faithfulness. And Drayden Richey weaves in to that story. And now Kimberly Crenshaw weaves into that story. And it's just, it's one of those things I think everybody on this porch that I've been on before. Been asked if I've been on this porch before. I've been on this porch before. 10 minutes. Thank you very much. There's about 3 people in this room that get that joke, and the rest of you laugh because I was laughing. Thanks, Cole Conrad.
I made it.
You made it through. But I look back on my life and I think about faithfulness. And I consider myself blessed because I know Drayden and Kim. And you are not sitting at this table thinking that you feel anything less than blessed because you know Drayden or Kim. Think about everything that it took. I flew in. Cole Conrad was on a helicopter this morning. Right? Grant was in New Orleans. I was in Atlanta yesterday, literally sitting at the office, right? Robert was in New Orleans. I can think of, Emily, you were in Houston. Everybody is here in Toledo Bend, Louisiana. Woo! There it is, Manny. However they pronounce it here. We're here for two people, and it relates back to this idea of God's faithfulness. He had a plan. And honestly, you spoke about marital advice. The best thing that I can tell y'all is it's not always going to go how you think it's going to go. And there's going to be times that it gets hard and times that it gets tough. And you might be thinking, how is God going to be faithful through this? And I want y'all to think about each person sitting at this table. And remember, he was faithful then. Why won't he be faithful now? So I want to raise a toast. If you have a drink, to Drayton and Kim and God's faithfulness through it all.
How's it going, guys? I'm Kimberly's older brother, one of them. I actually, funny story about Drayden, I met him in my statistics class. Kimberly told me there was a guy who I could get in this group with for statistics, and Drayden was that guy. And the next thing I know, he is on our beach trip. She, a few weeks before that, she was like, Connor, I'm gonna come clean, like, you know, Drayden and I are dating. Because we don't talk about that sort of thing. I think she talks more about that to her sister. But, you know, she's like, I'm dating Drayden. I was like, okay. But the more I've gotten to know Drayden, he loves Christ, and I couldn't have asked for my sister to marry anyone better. My advice to your marriage would be to seek Christ sacrificially and put him first in everything you do, the good and the bad, because there won't always be good times. And just really focus on James 4:2, draw near to God and he will draw near to you. In every decision, mostly every sacrificial decision that you make in your marriage, always, you know, put God first in that. But Drayden, welcome to the family, and I wish you both the best.
Thank you.
All right, Abby girl, where are you? Open mic back up. Hope everybody got a sweet treat. Feel free to have more. There's still, if you need a little nibble of fish or a little extra something from the buffet, make yourself at home. And Kim, let us know what kind of timeline we're on, Okay, we have about 30 more minutes on the mic, and I know all the kids have to get back to the resort and get settled in for, we have some kind of big event going on tomorrow. Woo, woo! So, and bridesmaids, Kim has a special little something for you that you guys will take a little break on here in a little bit. But we'll do open mic again. Open back up. Abby, you're up.
Mr. Bill has just informed me that he will follow me up, so now I'm nervous. Wasn't before. I'm not a bullet point kind of person, or a fly by the seat of my pants. I wrote it all down. So, first off, I just want to say both of you guys are so important to me, and both have a very special place in my heart for some of the same reasons. And although sometimes I think that you two cannot be more different than one another, there's a few characteristics that y'all both carry in your hearts that mean so much to me for different reasons. Y'all are both people who are full of selflessness, humility, and thoughtfulness, and I've seen this not only in your relationship together, but in our friendships individually. Kim has walked with me through some of the best moments and the worst moments in the past 5 years of knowing her. and with extreme intentionality and commitment to prayer, and I've just seen her walk that out daily. And Drayden has made me Rice Krispie treats on my birthday, and also come to my house, left his class to save me from a rat in my apartment. On his hands and knees with a broom, oven mitts on, and we did it. We were successful, and we were a good team that day. And that's how I know that you and Cam will make a great team together. I think, what? It was chinchilla size, y'all. I'll show y'all pictures, you will see. I think, though, that the saying that your spouse should complete you is better expressed saying that your spouse should compliment you. And although Drayden is most likely found vlogging out in his kayak while fishing, and Kim is in the nearest local boutique decked out in her scrubs, I cannot think of two better people who are a team together. So I just want to thank y'all for letting me in on your lifetime story, and it's such an honor to be here. Love you. Come on, Bill. Cold call.
Do you have any rats?
Bill.
Okay.
You got it, Bill. All right.
Okay, the first thing was an announcement. Per Kimberly's grandfather that passed away a couple years ago, who was a Southern Baptist minister, there will be no dancing tomorrow night. Now, one of the first things when Kimberly said something about Drayden, and she said, "Oh, that's Drayden over there," when they were at a house party, and I said, and I looked and I said, "Wait, that with the black hair?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "Oh, baby." I thought, he's got a man bun.
Preach, Bill, preach!
Did his father not love him enough? No, there's something about when you have daughters, you know, your sons, you'll give them away. It's no big deal. But, sorry guys. But when your daughters, when they find a man that they care about and love, with my first daughter, she found a good one. So.
Love you, Bill.
And I know he's going to be excellent. So,
yep.
We welcome you. We love you. And let's see, what else?
Dre needs a beach trip.
No, he's had a beach trip. One thing I'm thankful for is that from now on, when I place my phone charger on the counter, it will be there the next day when I go to reach for it. So she's a little thief. Hey, buddy, and she's all yours. Let's see what else. So many things. Thank you all to the families for everything, the people who have come to know and to love. We love. Friends, it's really a great time tonight and tomorrow. Like I said, if it gets too emotional, we're shutting this thing down.
Preach, Bill.
Y'all, thank you for everything. We love you. Appreciate it.
Jill and Bill.
Next.
Jill and Bill. I love Mr. Bill.
Yeah, Jill. Yeah.
I just want to start by thanking God for allowing me to be. Oh wait, hang on a minute. Hey, whoa, you turned it off.
Why you want to turn it off? First of all, I just want to thank God for allowing me to be a part of being able to bring a child into this world like Drayden. I'm going to start with a few highlights that's created him and to be the man that he is today. And these are not sad tears, Bill. They're happy tears. But watching him grow up as a young child and seeing the love that he had for the nature and the outdoors. I can remember times when he would name every frog in the ditch and bring a snake home in his pocket. I'm like, don't bring it in the house because your mama has a life. But it's watching him grow through life and create the person that he's become today, and being surrounded by the family that showed him so much love. And I have to identify his wife, his mom, as being a type of woman that when they met her, they broke the mold. Because she is one of a kind. And I think everyone can attest to that. But you know what? Kim is probably the closest to that I'll ever know. And he has a relationship with everyone in his family that surpasses anything else in the world. But first of all, I know that he's put God first in his life. And that's very warm, heartfelt, touching feeling to know that that's the man he's become. And to sum it up with this weekend and the blessings that we all are going to see tomorrow, is that I think the prince has found his princess. And I think the princess has found her prince.
Yeah.
So, and I love you, Drayden, and I love you, Kim. Hoorah!
Nothing like being a grandma. Yes. What a fabulous feeling. Look at all of these young people. God, how did y'all find Kim and Drayden? For goodness sakes. Y'all showed up. And nothing made them more proud. And I'm proud of you. I'm very proud of you. To be good friends, to be caretakers of each other. It's a wonderful, wonderful feeling to see all of you young people together, happy, educated, most of you, I assume.
Almost educated.
I have to admit, not too long after Drayden started college, I got really, really concerned. He moved into a house with a bunch of men. Boys or weasels, I don't know. He had a sofa floating around in a tree. And the next thing I saw on his, whatever that little thing was you put on TV, on your phone, they were pushing a toilet down the street. And I'm thinking, where has my grandson ended up, for heaven's sake? And well, finally got an answer. It was just for fun, Grandma, just for fun. Well, I'm sure glad nobody fell out of the tree, or they didn't use the toilet in the middle of the street. But to say the least, Grandma is very, very proud that he has now finished college, and more proud that he's found a beautiful wife, a girl that's going to be his wife. And I'm just head over heels for Kim. and even more so for Drayden because he has found a beautiful, sweet, adorable girl that has just fallen in with our family, made us feel proud, made us happy that they're both happy. And I'm excited that they're getting married tomorrow. That's a big day for us all. And for some of you beautiful girls that's going to be bridesmaids. Raise your hand if you're a bridesmaid. And now for the groomsmen, who always I appreciate every one of you. I appreciate you whether you're a groomsman, a bridesmaid, or whatever. I thank you for coming here. I'm glad that y'all all made it and everybody's having a good time. Sure hope you filled up. There's still plenty of food. And we don't want you to leave, but Kim's given us a timeline. So. All right. So it's a pleasure to have met all of you, and it's a pleasure to know that the Crenshaws are now in our family. Thank y'all all for coming, and thank y'all for being Drayden and Kim's friends.
Thank you,
I got you.
Okay. I really don't know what to say. I get embarrassed really easy, and I just hope that this makes sense. And it's not going to be teary-eyed. It's just, and it may be teary-eyed. I just cried a while ago. But I guess what I want to say is what this family means to me, and how I feel about Drayden and Kim and this precious family that Kim's getting into. And then also, you know, this precious family that Drayden's getting into that we've met. So it says a lot about their parents. It says a lot about their grandparents, their siblings. How awesome. It's beautiful. Kim's mom and dad and siblings are just precious. I just met them not that long ago. And I know y'all feel the same about Drayden's family. So, my name is Lisa Johnson. This is David Johnson.
Davo, if y'all don't know me.
We are referred to as Aunt Lisa and Uncle Davo. But we're not. We're not an aunt and uncle. David is cousin to Jeannie and Jill and Bubba and Leah.
That's my uncle.
Yeah, it is. And nephew to me.
So, how precious to our heart, David and I both, how do you think we feel to be called Aunt Lisa and Uncle Davo? It's wonderful. And my heart drops all the time when I hear Aunt Lisa, Uncle Davo. You know, and if only they knew between these little amigos, Drayden, Dawson, Gracie, Grant, David's hunting in the tree, and he'll send me a picture. This was years ago. Dawson sleeping in his lap. I need to find that photo. You know, Dawson's little, or I'm at the lake somewhere at Grandma Johnson's property, and I snapped a photo of Drayden, and I sent it to David. I think Jeannie enlarged that photo.
It'll
of
be at the
Drayden.
wedding tomorrow on his groom's table.
Or I take a picture with Gracie, she's this big, and someone says, "You look like you could be her mama." You know, and then Grant, same thing, we'll take a sweet picture with Grant, and I'll send it to David. And so David and I, you know, we send these pictures back and forth that y'all don't even know about. That's just what this family means to us. And that's mainly what it's about. The first time I was involved in this family was really David and I had just kind of started dating, and he's like, we're going to go to my grandmother's birthday party. So I'm thinking, his grandmother's birthday party. Just be comfortable. Okay.
Very comfortable.
So we're almost there, and David says, you ready to go mudding? And I'm like, what? And we fly through a ditch, and I'm screaming like, ow, what? And David's like, hang on. But my point is, I'm reserved. David's not, and he brings out the best in me. I think I bring out the best in him. But when I got to this party, this sweet Grandma Johnson, and her Aunt Betty's mom, her siblings, the aunts, the uncles, Leah, Jill, Jeannie, the grandchildren. I mean, you just get sucked in. And the reason why you get sucked in is because they suck you in. And it's awesome. It's such a feeling that you are loved and you are important and you are part of them. I've never felt that before. So that's what this family means to me. It's been wonderful. And I guess my point is that's what Kim is getting into. And I'm going to be there also to do the same. And how sweet of her to call me Aunt Lisa. And Drayton, Aunt Lisa. And Uncle Davo. So life's been just so busy with things going on. And I opened the mail today and I get this thank you card for a gift. And tears just come down my eyes. And it's just precious from Drayton and Kim. And it just meant so much to me because y'all mean so much. And thank you for being who you are. Thank you for making us feel how we feel. You make us feel wonderful. Their family makes us feel wonderful. I hope I made sense. It's just such a great family to be in. And I know that Drayton's going to take care of Kim. Kim is going to take care of Drayton. We love y'all, and we are so honored to be here tonight. Thank you for calling us Aunt Lisa and Uncle Davo.
Oh, I'm the emotional one.
Say, how'd she do that with a straight face?
Yeah, right?
You know, the two of y'all are really special to us. This family and our new family. It's very special to us. Very special. We don't quite know y'all, but we will. We really will.
That's right.
You can't help but know us. You can't help but love us.
Humble.
Right?
He's serious.
Yeah.
It's a requirement.
Yeah.
It is a requirement. It is very much a requirement. There's so much love spread among everybody sitting here right now. From the friends that they have, the family that they have, and the people that they will meet in their lives that they don't quite know yet. You know, Bubba started a while ago with the fishing story. And I'm going to tell the two of you now. That woman right there, a savior. What I see in y'all, we have. It's never always perfect. Never will be. But you pick each other up when you're down. You love each other unconditionally. Even when you don't want to. Hey, there's times you're going to say, God, I hate this. Or I hate you. But those are just words. Because this is what you know to be true. I have been through a world in my life. And I didn't think I'd ever know what true love was. But I found it. And y'all have found it. I see it in you. I know it to be true. So y'all take care of each other. When times are bad and times are good, take care of each other. You can lean this way, or you can lean that way. And somebody will catch you. And Drake never does you wrong one night, and you pissed off at him, come see us. Because you can stay with your Aunt Lisa, and I'm going to see Drake. But we don't have to worry about that, not between the two of y'all. I mean, honestly. But it's okay if you do come see us.
But you can come spend the night at our house.
Oh, yeah. So, I don't know what else to say other than we love y'all. Each and every one of you. Even though we may not know all of you, we may not be one-on-one with you. In time, we'll probably all cross paths. If you come to the lake, if you come to the porch, if you come to the cookouts, if you come to the party times that our family has, we will all become friends. So, Kim, welcome to our family. Drayden, you've always been there, brother. Love y'all.
Hello everyone, my name is Anna. I'm one of Kim's bridesmaids, and it's just such an honor to be here today and just get to just sit here. And I've just heard so many stories tonight, and it fills my heart knowing how special each and every one of us here, how much our stories play into theirs, and how much of a testament it is of God's will and God's amazing story that we all just get to be here together. I really didn't prepare anything, but I just thought of two stories as I was sitting here just reflecting this weekend. Like Garrett was saying earlier, I've been telling everyone, all my new friends in Little Rock, how excited I am to come here. And they have no idea who Kim and Drayden are, but they just know how much they mean to me. And all my friends were giving me well wishes, get there safe, tell Kim and Drayden congrats. They don't even know who they are. But two stories I want to tell about Drayden and Kim that have really impacted me and made me really appreciative of it all. It was when they weren't dating. I met Drayden first at the BCM, and he was in my freshman family group, typical Bible study, when I didn't know who the Lord was. And as we went through the semester, I was learning more and more about Jesus and getting to see Drayden and just all of my friends there was just such an amazing will of God's grace and why I came to LSU in the first place from New Jersey, having no business here in Louisiana. But I remember when I decided when I became a follower of Jesus and I wanted to get baptized, my family wasn't very supportive of it. And as I was, told my freshman family group, I'm going to get baptized, I'm really excited, but I'm really, really sad that my family isn't coming. I had no idea that this was happening, but it was in April, I will never forget it, but me, Drayden, Katie, Drayden texted me and Katie was like, hey, Mom's in town, we're going to go out to dinner. And I'm like, all right, sounds great. I love dinner. It's gonna be so fun. And we went to Rufino's, and it was so fun. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is just so weird. Why am I here? I have no business being here. Katie and Drayden grew up here, grew up together. What am I doing here? Little did I know that Drayden actually invited Ms. Jeannie, knowing that my mom wasn't coming. And having a mom there was so important to me, and he knew that. And so he invited his own. And Miss Jeannie has become almost like an adoptive mother, just like Miss Linda. I have so many fond memories with both the Richeys and the Crenshaws, how they both adopted me and have become part of their family. It's so special just getting to come up to and see everybody and knowing that no matter what, I always had the Richeys and the Crenshaws around, and no matter whatever happened, I always had them. And one funny story about Kim that I always love to tell is our friendship actually started here in Toledo Bend. So it's really crazy, and when me and Katie were driving up here today, we just were thinking about how me and Kim met in Toledo Bend. Now she's getting married in Toledo Bend, and I get to stand by her side, and I get to be a part of her wedding. But I remember sophomore year, when I met Kim, we were joking around like we always are, and Kim was like, Anna, like, when I get married, you're gonna sing at my wedding. And at this point, Kim had nobody. She was no prospects. No prospects. And I was laughing with Kim, and I was like, all right, Kim, like, time's ticking, like, I won't be here forever. But yeah, sure, I'll sing at your wedding. And when Kim and Drayden got engaged, I didn't think Kim would ever remember that or, would ever think to ask me. But when Kim asked me to sing at her wedding, I was just so honored, and I still am so honored just standing by your side and just meeting all these amazing women that I was able to meet and learn and get to know how much they mean to you has just made me love them and just have such a fondness for them, just getting to know and just getting to see how much each and every one of these people that are in your bridal parties, how much they mean to you and how much they mean to know us and how we've all become friends because of it. So cheers to the Richeys, and I wish you many happy years and great memories.
So I'm not related by blood to the Richeys, but they have adopted me into their family as one of them. Start over.
Wear that thing out.
Start over. So, is it working now? Okay. So, I'm not related to Drayden by blood, but I see him as a brother. And the Richeys and Cunninghams have pretty much welcomed me in as part of their family. And whether it's Drayden calling me at midnight to pull him out of their property because he's stuck to the frame in his truck, or Mr. Delton wearing his sombrero and American flag glasses playing poker with us at midnight, or Miss Jeannie telling me and Drayden how bad of an idea it is to make Nutri-Rat stew. But it means the world to me to see a brother meet the love of his life and spend the rest of his life with her. But I just want to say that I love you and I love all your family and wish nothing but the best.
So my name's Bob. So I went to school with Drayden at LSU, but I'm going to start off with going back to March of 2020. Actually March 10th of 2020, so 3 years exactly today. Release of a game mode on a video game, which to some of you might sound really silly, and to that extent I would actually probably agree with you, but Warzone released on Call of Duty, and we're in the middle of COVID, and some of my friends are at LSU and they live in different states, and they're like, oh my god, the interstate's closed down, how am I going to get home? And all of us are like, am I even going to have classes next week? And I mean, it's a madhouse. I'm sure all of you remember what March of 2020 looked like, but I start work and I'm still trying to figure all this out, and it's just this weird, confusing mess. But there was this one thing that I had in my life at that time, and there was this one rock. I would come home every day. I was waking up at 4:30, driving 45 minutes to a plant in the middle of nowhere, carrying around concrete every day. And I would come home, I would turn on my Xbox, and every day there was Drayden and there was Garrett, and we sat there for 4 hours until I went to sleep at 8 o'clock to do it all again the next day. And that's where I became best friends with Drayden. And before that, I never would have thought that I would have even been friends with this guy. I've told the story several times. If you were in Bucks, you've heard it. We were at our chapter this guy in a really big Tacoma with huge tires drives off, like with lights all over the place, and me and my really judgmental mind goes, who in God's green earth invited this guy to join Bucks? This is not happening. This is not happening at all. Thank you, Cole. We appreciate that one. So, and I mean, it was the weirdest thing ever, and we're all trying to figure it out, but that was where my relationship with Drayden blossomed, and it was such an incredible experience going through that summer, trying to learn what it was like to live life in the midst of COVID, and then having that rock like Drayden in my life. And then the following summer, I was one of those weasels that Drayden moved in with. I was one of those guys. And then moved in with Drayden, and it was simultaneously the best time of my life and also the craziest time of my life. There were times at 11 o'clock when Drayden is running around the house in his underwear and I'm not really sure what to do. And then he's falling asleep and waking up at 8 o'clock making peanut butter waffles and just screaming while I'm trying to sleep. So it's just wild. And I mean, I'm not going to sit here and beat a dead horse, but it's already been mentioned several times. Who the hell is going to marry this guy? It doesn't make any sense. And then Kim comes along and I'm like, okay, it makes total sense. Only Kim can handle Drayden. He is who he is. He is super unique. He loves in a way that not many people can understand. And he is just something that I wish I could be in ways that I can't be sometimes, and Kim just brings out the best in him, and Drayden brings out the best in Kim. And watching what it's like for God to be a blessing in their relationship has been such a blessing for me, and it's such an honor for me to get to be a part of that. And you know, as Corinne Calumet so wonderfully pointed out, I have no idea what good relationships look like. It's been such an honor to be a part of who you two are as a couple. You know, I remember y'all coming back from, I believe it was your second date. Y'all went to Tio Jave's. I specifically remember because I ate your leftover steak fajitas. And I'm at a loss for words trying to describe what it means for me to be a part of y'all's life and the impact that y'all have had on me as an individual, and the way that y'all love not only each other but the way that y'all allow that love to impact other people. But I'll end my little talk off. I think, yeah, a story, Mom. I just want to say that I think I know Drayden a little bit more than Kim right now. So when we were playing Warzone, me, Garrett, and Drayden, we're on Xbox, and Garrett's birthday's coming up, and me and Drayden are like, man, we got to make this special. What are we doing? And Drayden goes, man, we need to hop in a bathtub and just take a picture and frame it and give it to Garrett. And it was completely a joke. We had no intention of doing this whatsoever at all. And then following year rolls around, we're getting ready to leave for the Fletcher wedding. We're super excited. I'm leaving from an exam on Friday. I get back to the Bucks house. My bags are packed. I'm about to hop in the car, and Drayden goes, hey, I need you to come to the bathroom in your underwear. All right, I'll be in the bathroom in my underwear, Drayden. I go to the bathroom. I'm in my underwear, and there's a bubble bath. So me and Drayden, we're hopping in the bubble bath together, and here's our other friend Ty with his DSLR camera, and he is just snapping away. So I have taken a bubble bath with Drayden before you, Kim. So I think I have trained a little bit more than you do. So, all right, I don't really know where to go with that from there, but I'll I'll just leave it with, guys, it's such an honor to be here. You guys are incredible. The love that you have, like I said, for each other, and the love that you show for other people, and the way that you allow God to work not only in your relationship, but the way that you allow God to work through you and other people is awesome as well. And I love you both so much. Thank you all.
Is it on?
I can't hardly follow that up because every time I went with Drayton, he had camouflage full, no underwear. I mean, he had a lot of clothes. But anyway, we had a lot of good times. We hunted together, fished together, enjoyed and loved every minute of it. But I'm gonna make it short and sweet. Them two dated forever. They was engaged forever. They finally set a date in March, which was worrisome. Everybody said, oh, it could be raining, could be cold, could be windy. Flowers may not be blooming. It was stuff. Yeah. They were gonna do it in March. Okay, well, it got to what, 2 weeks ago, 10 days ago, everybody's looking at the phone. Ooh, rain, gloom, doom. This could be terrible. Yeah. Something happened. Somebody stepped in. I think God stepped in. Yeah. I think he stepped in. He said, you know what? These guys are top shelf. They're top shelf. They are. Yeah. They're top shelf. We need to, where was I? I was on the top shelf. I was on the top shelf. Yeah. Anyway, not only they're top shelf, their parents are top shelf. You guys are top shelf. The whole family's top shelf. We love you. Congratulations. I'm gonna cut it off. That's all I gotta say.
All right. Introduce yourself. Thanks. I'm Brittany. No, I'm Brittany. I've had people say you're Brittany and you're Brittany, but this is Brittany. So anyways, with that introduction, so I actually know Kim from high school, and so even though I claim to be one of Kim's high school friends, we actually go way back. So let me take y'all back to when we actually first met. In the 8th grade, when she was an 8th grader at Denham, I was an 8th grader at Bruley, and somehow the Lord paired both of our schools to be at the same session of Youth Ledge. If y'all don't know what that is, basically it's just this little 2-day thing where middle schoolers get to learn about the legislative process at the state capitol. And so we were the nerds that both willingly signed up for that. So we put on some mediocre outfits and pretended we knew what we were doing. So anyways, so just for a little bit of background, one of the things we did on this 2-day weekend at the state capitol was, so students would go up there and propose bills, and then we had the choice of being able to, if we wanted to, raise our hands, go up there and give our commentary, our opinion, our thoughts. And so, you know, as you can imagine, it was the eager beavers, the bold ones, the confident ones who would go up there, raise their hand, and tell people what they thought. I think you'll all know who one of these eager beaver was. It was none other than Miss Kimberly Crenshaw. And literally, I would say a good bit of those bills, she would raise her hand up. And I think she likes going up there and having her voice heard. But anyways, so she would raise her hand, go up to that podium. Every time you go up there, you have to be, you know, professional and be like, hi, my name is blah, 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 and these are my thoughts. Or this, I think, I support this bill, I don't support this bill, whatever. And so by the end of the 2-day, you know, excursion, I was like, Kimberly Crenshaw's voice has been heard, and I know who that girl is. I didn't talk to you that week, but I knew your name for sure. And so what I didn't know is that the Lord, in His kindness, would let me know more about this girl and let me do life with her. And to this day, I still see glimpses of that 8th grade Kim. She's bold, confident, and a girl who knows what she wants, and a girl who's not afraid to go after it. Drayden should be a thankful man because I'm pretty sure that's a big part of what brought her to him. I literally remember her telling Brandy and I she was
about this very same sense of boldness on the night of their first date party, where you were telling us about how y'all went to Fuzzy's after, and you were shooting your shot, and I was like, man, Kim is being bold. So literally, I'm like, wow, 8th grade Kim, she's consistent. But anyways, Kim, I'm thankful for your boldness and confidence and love for life and others that has led us here. I'm thankful to know you. I'm thankful to know Drayden. I'm thankful that Emily and Matthew invited Brandy and I to their lake house for the 4th of July weekend, and that for the first time I got to see you with the person you loved, and that now you get to marry. Because of Kim and Drayden, I see the Lord's love clearer. There's been a lot of fun and a lot of laughter. I have a brother from another mother who's willing to save my lost laptop at the BBC and remind me I need to build my credit. I couldn't be, I have a credit card because of Drayden. So, no more. Anyways, I couldn't be more honored to be a part of this weekend and a part of y'all's lives. Y'all both have beautiful families with the sweetest and the most sincere hearts. I love y'all and adore y'all, and I can't wait to keep being a witness to what the Lord does in the future.
I'm gonna say something right here because I ain't gonna make it over there. Alright, so I was driving up on here. 191 is a highway that I've driven in many stages of my life growing up. I have a camp down here that I grew up, coming up to my whole life, and I grew up. I had a lot of moments with my dad on this lake right here. And there's a lot of conversations with me and my dad here that made me the man I am today. And there's only a few men probably that I can count on my right hand, as few as the fingers on my hand that have made me the man I am today. And Drayden is one of those men. There's so many times where I've bunkered down in his room and I've cried my eyes out because there's only certain things I could talk to him about that I didn't feel comfortable talking to with anyone else but him. And it's weird how it just ties it all together. And I was driving up here and I was like, it's just weird how I'm coming to this lake where I've grown up a lot of my life. I've grown up with my dad, and I'm coming up here to celebrate Drayden's wedding and his relationship. And how it's just weird how that all ties together, you know. I met Drayden at the BCM at LSU. I lived there for 4 years. I don't know how I made it. And somehow or another I met Katie one night, and Katie told me, he's like, hey, I'm bringing my friend Drayden. He's from Sam Houston. And I was like, heck yeah, that's right by me. I went to Westlake. And right by me. He's like, hey, you should talk to him. You should talk to him. He doesn't really have a lot of friends. And like, I'm just kind of.
He don't have no friends.
I'm like, heck, I'm going to talk to him. So he's sitting on one of them couches. And I'm like, hey, what's up, dude? And he's like sitting there scared. He's like, he is shy. He don't want to talk to nobody. There's a lot of people. There's a lot going on. And I was like, man, I'm going to help this dude out. And so, you know, I egged him on. I told him about the fraternity called Bucks. I'm sure y'all heard about it. There's a lot of people here from it. Yep. And Drayden was like, heck no, bro, I'm not doing that. It's expensive. There's like a lot of
That's right.
You know what? I'm just going to study mechanical engineering and hang out with Stone Cox. That's what I'm going to do.
Stone Cox. Must be an inside thing.
You know, he didn't really enjoy that. And so next semester he ended up joining Bucks, and thankfully it was. I want to say it was one of the best things he ever did. You know, and he moved into a house with a bunch of dudes he didn't know. He became a rascal. He changed into the person that I know today. You know, and I saw a shell that he cracked out of, and it's weird because, you know, I brought him into their fraternity, and I was like, you know, I want Drayden to enjoy this, and I saw him grow into a person that I look up to. You know, I was chaplain in the fraternity, and it was hard being that to know that there was somebody in the fraternity that I didn't know that could be, you know, such a light, and there's somebody in the fraternity that everyone looked up to, and there's a lot of people here that will say the same thing. You know, we had our senior ceremony, and that's where, you know, you stand up and somebody tells a little bit about you and what they mean about you, kind of like what we're doing here. And Drayden, I mean, probably had the whole, everybody said something about, all 20 people said something about Drayden, you know. And it just goes to show how much he means to people. And Kim, so I remember, this is a good story. Kim would come to our date parties with different people, and you know, that's how they met. Somehow or another, Kim and Drayden were going on the phone together, and I remember it was either the night before or the night before then, and I even get a call from Katie or Kim, it was one of them. And they're like, Cole, it's like, we need your advice. I'm like, what's up? And they're like, I don't know if Drayden actually likes me. I don't know if he's bringing me this formal just because he needs a date or if he actually likes me. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not one for relationship advice. I'm still not one to give it. I'm like, Kim, I just say you just go and find out, you know. And, you know, sir, I obviously found out we're here. But, just what a beautiful couple, you know.
Absolutely.
And like I said, you know, there's a lot of things in Drayden that I see that what I want to become as a man one day. I mean, I hope I'm a man, but what I would aspire to be as a husband and as a father. And I know those two things is what Drayden's going to become. He's going to be very great at it. You know. And God has had His hand over y'all. You know, ever since the day y'all met, and it's just a blessing to see y'all here at this lake, a beautiful Toledo Bend, and I'm very proud of y'all, and God will guide y'all through the rest of y'all's life for sure.
Harry is one of the best friends for wedding planner. Took her home. That girl will run laps around this place. She's got to go. Okay, I had to walk over here because I can't skip from all the way over there like gold. But Kim, I have known, I'm Jess by the way, if y'all know me. I have known my Kim friend since middle school. We go a little bit way back. But I just want to say I have seen from us, you know, at 12, 13, and just how much you've grown and blossomed into who you are today, and how much I have just seen the light of Christ in your face and just who you are, and of all these people that support and love y'all so much. And Drayden, I know I just met you, but I've heard so much. But I will say, because of how I've seen Kim just grow this last year, I know that it's because of her relationship with you and also of the relationship of all her friends. And Kim has always been such a constant in my life as someone who is just fun and who I can always laugh with and be completely myself. And I just know that for her to find that person for her that will just be so fun, help her just loosen up and be exactly who she needs to be, that just makes me so thankful. And I know you will take care of her as just as she will take care of you, and she's going to give you a lot of fun times in the future, and just all that she is, and like how much you've meant to me over the years, and how much you've meant to my family, and how much your family has meant to me. So I love y'all so much, and it's a testament of everyone here that loves you as well. And we are here to support you tonight, tomorrow, and for the rest of y'all's lives. So I love y'all so much.
table.
No, I know somebody else wants to go. We go live though, right? Yeah. Yeah. That's the.
So am I the wrap up to the last? Okay, mic's open. Well, I mean, I kind of thought I had already talked, but there was like, Genie Bug, when you talking, Genie Bug, what, you're next. So, I mean, you know, I guess I got to talk again.
Plug it in.
That's right. So, I mean, you know, I could go back forever, and then raising children, and Dalton and Drayden have been like the loves of my life. Loves of my life. I mean, Dalton blessed me with two amazing boys. So to see, you know, these boys grow up and Drayden come to this day, I'm telling you, I tell everybody, I can't tell you how many tears I shed across the Chapel Eye Basin. And the tears I shed coming back. And then every freshman and sophomore and junior and senior year, and the freshman year that I spent on the phone going, don't quit, it's going to be okay. Well, texting, okay, you're good. I want to come home, I'm coming home. And then, you know, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard during Dalton's crash, it's like, I'm coming home, I can't manage this, it's I need to be back home. No, you don't, I've got the force at home. You carry on. And my kids have been amazingly strong kids.
Yes.
So they have sacrificed and loved and succeeded through so many milestones.
Amen.
Yeah, so many. But I don't know. I mean, we bounced back with some incredible resiliency. So I hope I give you that. Hope everybody's got that piece. And you know, when I first met Kimberly, it was like, oh, Drayden got a girlfriend. Yeah, so, and he's going to college and he's having fun. He's going on date nights and this and that. And then, wait a minute, you really got a girlfriend? Wait, do you have a girlfriend? So, and so when it comes to girlfriend, I gotta meet her. Hold up now, hold up, I gotta meet her. And then Kimberly stepped into the doorway. And I mean, I have never, I never looked back. I never looked back, I never questioned it, I never blinked about it. This little girl stepped into my household as the one, and I never really thought about it as the one. But whenever Drayden's like, oh, I can't get out of bed, I don't want to, I'm not ready to do this. And then Kimberly's like in the driveway and he's like, bing, 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 bing. Everything. I'm like, I mean, look, are you cooking supper now? And I mean, you're going to clean the toilets and Kimberly's here. I mean, what's the deal? So, and then like the magic flips, and then when my household brightens up like this, I can never be any more grateful or excited for my family to put that girl in our life. She's landed in a place not only for me, but yeah, it's just like she's become an automatic inclination to our whole space. So, I mean, Kimberly probably goes, oh my Lord, that Dawson and Drayden are so spoiled. But you gotta know too, like Genie Bug says, Genie's Bug's gonna do it, right? So if there's something that my family needs, I don't care who you are in my family and my friendship reach, you're gonna get every ounce of my energy to make sure it's the best for you. And what I told you from the beginning is when my family, my mom and my dad gifted me with the gift of giving, my kids and my extended people give the gift of giving. So my reward is when I give it, I am receiving it 10 times, 1,000 times more than I can ever get. So when we get Kimberly into our family, and she becomes, you know, she's going to be a Richey tomorrow. She's blessed not only with Drayden, but with so many other things that just come as the background wings that we will carry you. We will carry you as strongly and hardly as we have for our entire family. So I give you my gift of me. And I welcome you. I love you. Drayden and Dawson know how much I love them. But these kids, you all have been my kids. You've been my kids. I mean, I've landed at LSU and I've picked you up and I've taken you around, and y'all picked me up and taken me around. You literally like lifted me out of my chair at my 50th birthday party, like oh yeah you did. You lifted my chair and all onto an aisle to like raise me to the 50th celebration as the best, right? So it's just only gonna get better from here. You guys are my blessings, and I can appreciate you, and I will continue to appreciate you. I don't know how to, I mean, if I could put a few more people and friends in my pocket, come on, we're going. We're going to have a good time. So I thank y'all. It's been a wonderful night. I don't know if Drayden and Kim want to come up and have that, but if anybody else has open mic time, it's time for you to step on up. Oh.
She does.
So, I got hooked into Broken Bow, Oklahoma.
Oh.
Very kind of scary little girls ride in the woods. I am so looking forward to Kim being a part with the girls. Yeah. Another trooper, another girl to take care of me.
Yeah, Lisa, I'll add to that story. Whenever we had gone for Christmas, COVID struck. Kimberly was like, I got COVID, now I can't go. Drayden was, look, he was on the porch. He was on the porch, he couldn't talk, didn't have no friends anymore. Kimberly couldn't come to vacation. So we were like, he was sulking. And then Kim was like, I said, Kimberly, I swear to God, right here. If you don't have COVID for 3 days, you don't have a symptom, get on the darn plane. Get on the plane. She's like, Gina, that's too much. I just can't do that. I said, okay, well, I'm just letting you know. There's an airport here. Mr. Delton will pick you up, and you can come to vacation, but I'm not telling Drayden. And she was like, I just can't do that. 24 hours later, she says, Jeannie Bug, I don't have any symptoms. I don't have any symptoms. Can I come? And I mean, I looked online and I found the flight, and I'm like, when can you get to the airport, Delton? Can you get there and pick her up? Drayden, boom, 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 boom. He don't want to talk to nobody. So Kimberly's on a plane, and Delton's like waiting at the airport. Jeannie Bug, I'm delayed. I think we're going to be late. I'm delayed. We got, I'm not even done for 2 more hours. And finally, we all knew, everybody in the house in Broken Bow knew that Kimberly was arriving for Christmas.
Except for me.
Except for Drayden. And then we were all like, when she coming? We're all cringing. And then we got everybody to the kitchen. And then I'm telling you, it was a sweet moment when I was like, we hustled Kim upstairs, and then everybody was in the kitchen, and then Drayden's like, waiting, where's the biscuit? I'm hungry. Is anybody gonna build a fire? And then here comes Kim, downstairs, and she pops into the kitchen, and he says, I'm hungry. And she sneaks up behind him, she says, what you hungry for? And he's like, he's like, oh my God, I can't believe Kimberly's here. And it was a sweet story. So, Lisa, you're right. Lots of Broken Bow memories and so many more to come. And it's just welcoming to be in this kind of family. Appreciate y'all.
That's where it begins.
You have to share.
You have to balance holidays.
She was equally
You gotta start balancing holidays that comes with it. We're doing it for 7 years.
That's the hardest part. Well, tell her how easy it is, because she has a hard time too.
We're balancing the holidays?
No, that was not. No, but it was his, it was his Christmas day. We didn't go this last year. Well, we just went
You stayed 81 foot Deer Valley Class
some more chip and dip and corn dip and spinach dip and fish and stuff that y'all want to snack on and eat, the less we have to pick up. So please, if you're hungry and want a snack, go help yourself.
Oh, hey, Bill, did you hear what Jeannie said? Hey, Bill, did you hear what Jeannie said? Kim will become a Richey tomorrow. Drayden, yeah.
I thought we talked
No,
about
Drayden is not becoming a Crenshaw tomorrow. No!
Oh, this must.
It's not on.
This must.
We gonna wrap this thing up. Cause
We will be performing Whitney Houston.
if everyone doesn't mind taking a seat, that would be great.
Please take a seat.
Garrett, please quiet down. Garrett, please quiet down.
Mr. Grant Kaiwe. Mr. Grant
Mr. Grant Kaiwe.
Please turn on your
Please come on your camera. All right, Kimberly's gonna go first.
Okay.
Thank you for all seating.
Yes. All right. Hello, everyone. Wow, this is intimidating over the mic, huh? This is a big crowd. Yes. Thanks for coming. Tonight was great, but tomorrow will be even better, right? Yeah. We're getting married.
Yep, that's what
This is our wedding tomorrow, which is crazy, but at the same time feels so natural, you know, so just like meant to be. And so it's been a long time coming, but also at the same time it's flown by, this engagement. And one thing I can say about everyone is that y'all show up. I mean, 11 bridesmaids, 11 groomsmen is a lot to have. It's a lot to ask from y'all. We asked you to come to a lot of things. I had like 4 events in 1 month. You know?
You did.
I did.
You sure did.
And only 2 of my bridesmaids right now live in Baton Rouge. So everybody else is driving in, you're flying in, but you show up. And so thank you. Like, thank you. I hope you've had so much fun. You know, just as much y'all have said about us, I can say the same about each of you. You know, we stand up here and throughout dating Drayden, y'all have listened to my stories. You've listened to my, you know, the first time I went on the date night, I think I texted like 6 of y'all, right? And I was like, he's kind of cute, huh? I was like, I'm gonna shoot my shot. I was like, go for it. I said, I will. Yeah, not kind of, I'm sorry. That was way back in 2020. All right. You know, and there's just so many, y'all play in such a different process, different part of everything. And so thank y'all for coming. Thank you to my family, and my new family, who's already felt like family for so long. Y'all have welcomed me in, you've loved me so well, and I hope that I have given half of what I've received. Y'all are great. Quality. I think I throw that word out a lot, but solid. Quality. Fire. Thank you, Dad. Y'all are awesome. So we thank you for coming. Thank you for making the trip. Thank you for loving and supporting me and Drayden. But I will say, you know, now more than ever, after tomorrow, we need that support. You know, we need that love. We need those prayers, because this is the rest of our lives. You know, we don't do this without community. And so we thank y'all and we love you. And I'm going to pass the mic.
First things first, I want to thank Uncle Bubba and Antoinette for opening up this beautiful place and hosting all of us. Secondly, I want to thank all of my family that's been here, even Anthony's, Uncle Kermit, Uncle Davo, Aunt Lisa. And even though you're not blood family, we still have y'all around and love y'all and treat y'all as family. We want to thank also all of our wedding party, and experiences with y'all have just grown us.
have been able to see y'all grow through us. And like everybody's kind of said throughout the night, that y'all have had some impact from us. It's really not us that, like, we're not doing this. It's God that's working through us to show y'all like what it is to see and experience His love. So that's just kind of what I wanted to like reiterate tonight. Was it's not us showing y'all how great it is to be, or how easy it is to love, or how awesome it is just to have great experiences with y'all. It's ultimately God working through us to show y'all that walk that we have with Him. So I just encourage y'all to analyze that in our lives and try to keep that at the forefront of y'all's minds as we go through the rest of the night tonight and tomorrow. And just continue to remember that marriage is not just me and Kimberly going and like getting married and then that's the end of it. It's God's blessing that He's bestowed on us so that we sacrifice to Him and show y'all that true love and true marriage is through Him, not through us. So I just hope y'all really see that and don't take it for granted and overanalyze it or just look over it. So yeah, I appreciate all y'all being here, loving us, supporting us. And I ask that y'all continue to do that. It doesn't end tonight or tomorrow. The friendships that we have made, that we have grown and experienced. All right. I hope that continues because like Kim said, we really need that after marriage, because this is really just the start. Everything up till now, it's been dating, it's been engagement, but now it's serious. This is the rest of our life. Like, we're making a commitment. There's no turning back. Once we say our vows and we say I do, and we walk out of there, that's when our journey begins. There's no end to it until God calls us home. And we need y'all's support in that. No matter what we do, where we go, we know we always have y'all. Always have y'all's love and support. So yeah, hope y'all had a great night. Yeah, and Kim asked me to pray, so I'll do that. Lord, we thank you for allowing us to be here, allowing us to experience all these great stories, no matter how funny they were, serious they were, Lord. We appreciate you just working through us and through everybody here to show them that you truly love us and our relationship with you, Lord. Ask that you just continue to grow it, continue to allow it to just shine through us onto everyone here, everyone we come in contact with, Lord. Ask that you watch over us, continue to bless us tomorrow. Make sure that everything goes to your plan, not even ours, Lord. Even if it's something we don't expect or don't want, Lord. We ask that you just watch over us, me and Kim's marriage, and then everybody and their support, Lord. I ask that you continue to strengthen them and love them through everything they do, so that they can just take what they gain here in our love, me and Kim's love, and that they see that and they apply that to their lives and just build a relationship with you, Lord. I ask that you continue to bless me and Kim's marriage as we get married tomorrow. I ask that you watch over us and keep us safe, especially on our honeymoon and wherever we're going. Kim doesn't know, but Lord, I ask that you keep us safe and allow us to just continue to put you in the forefront of everything that we do, no matter what it is, Lord. In your name we pray. Amen.